Hi. I don't think you, i.e. the camera, is meant to be in the rain, so I've got you under a tree, but if you randomly go off, probably because I fucked the camera, and I'd be really disappointed in myself if I do something stupid like that for a video, but also trying to be creative. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. I thought for today's video I wanted to do a Q&A, and my mum's took my dogs out. She likes to have them for day trips, so she took them out, and I was kind of like, okay, that's fine, but also I'm not going to get my steps in today because I'm not going to go out if I don't have the dogs. They're my excuse to leave the house. No, Demi, I thought, you're not going to do that. That's not going to be your mindset, and you're not going to be a lazy little bitch, and you're going to go out, okay? I have a good block of a few hours to film this video. My main to-do list today is to get this upload filmed, and I thought, why not be creative with it? Why sit in your house and film a Q&A when you could be out in your local park, probably looking like a weirdo, but there's no one out because it's fucking raining, so it doesn't matter. No, so today we're going to be doing a Q&A as we walk. Don't worry, we're going to get closer. We're not staying here. We're going to walk to a coffee shop. I'm going to grab coffee. We're going to have a wholesome afternoon out, and it is such an autumnal day. I'm really excited. You guys give us a bunch of questions over on Instagram. If I'm going to do a Q&A, 9 times out of 10 I ask for the questions on Instagram. I just find it the easiest platform to gather them, so if you want to be involved in future Q&As, maybe give us a follow over there. I love this little place. Like, the leaves are everywhere, and I just feel like I'm in the middle of a book, and that's what I'm really trying to make my life recently. Like, I want to appreciate the littlest of things, and in my head I want to describe everything like it's described in a book. Like, I want it to be extra, I want to be extra descriptive with things in my head, and like, what would an author say about where I am right now? They'd probably say, like, in the
middle of an autumnal park with the crispy brown leaves under our feet as she walked along the path.
Okay, I'm definitely not going to be an author. We've established that by now, but you know what I'm saying. In my head, I'm making everything as if I'm inside of a book. Why am I doing this? For my own mental health, all right? I need to appreciate and look around and appreciate everything in life. And to do that, I need to just appreciate things, and the best way for me to do that is to get out, explore, and look at things and just think, fuck, the floor looks gorgeous when it's orange. And it really does. This is my favourite time of year for the seasons. Although, if we were in the Cotswolds and it was like a rainy Christmas cold morning with snow, that could overtake it. But for now, we're loving the autumn. Let's go, girls, and answer some of your questions about moi. This lovely tree is given with some protection from the rain right now, so we're going to take it. All right, the first question, we're going to start not deep, because I did say, I was like, go as deep as you like, it's for a YouTube video. Well, fuck me, you did that, alright. Right, we'll start not that deep though. Have you seen Biker Grove? No, I haven't. Don't know. Are you going to refer us to someone on there, or are you just genuinely asking? I feel like I'm just like got my defences up with the internet right now every time someone says something, because let's just say trial reels and TikTok is absolutely feral, and I just feel like everyone's being awful, and I'm just like got the defences up. So is that going to be a hate comment? Is that going to come round and be hate? Probably not, Demi. Someone's just simply asking if you've seen Biker Grove. Anyway, this is not a deep one, but we're going to do this one as well. Do you think it's too late to start a YouTube channel these days, and would you recommend doing it? I honestly don't think it's ever too late to do anything in life, and I feel like if we live by that mentality, we'll stop ourselves doing things all of the time. Like, it's never too late to start a new hobby if you want to start a hobby, and even if you're 56 years old, that's not too late, and that's just how I think about things in the world. If you mean, do I think it's too late to start and make it a career, then absolutely not, but I think it's harder. I think there's a lot more people doing YouTube these days, and I think to build up a following, you're going to have to stand out, whether that be through your editing style, or whether that be through the videos that you actually produce. I think with TikTok, it's easier to grow in terms of like get a TikTok following, and then maybe get that audience to go over to your YouTube. I know friends that have did that, and it's worked really well for them. And if you want to watch one of my friends who did it that way, Chris Tompkins, who I'm going to an event with tonight and I'm really excited, he started TikTok, built up a following, and now he's wanting to do weekly vlogs and get people on YouTube. And I think that's a really good way to do it, because you're going to get free exposure with TikTok. It's just the way that it is. Like, they are a platform that do help creators grow. Whereas I think it's a lot harder to grow on YouTube and Instagram these days, especially if you're not making standout content, which I don't think you need to make. I think you can make the everyday mundane vlogs, because people want to see that as well. Like, I love seeing that. I watch that. There's very rare occasion where I'll watch a vlog that I can't relate to, but in saying that, I do watch family vloggers, and I definitely don't relate to a family vlogger lifestyle at all, but there's just a few that I like to watch, that I just like to look at their life with their kids, and I'm like, oh, that's so lovely, but it's not a bit of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you love that for you, and it's just such a wholesome little video, and I love that you love enjoying life for your kids, but it's just never been a bit of me. So to summarise, do I think it's too late to start a YouTube channel these days? Absolutely not. I never think it's too late to start anything that you want to start. If you mean, do I think you'll go viral and do I think you'll be able to do it as a job? That takes hard work regardless. Like, it didn't come overnight for me, as I don't think it did for any YouTubers, maybe Emma Chamberlain, but even then I'm sure she did it for about a year or two without any exposure. It will take time. And I definitely think there's easier ways to get an online following and make money online these days. For example, TikTok, but definitely don't turn your nose up at YouTube, because I think for the longevity of making money online, YouTube's definitely a go. All right? You are fucking soaking. And if I've ruined my camera for this video, I'm going to be absolutely fuming with myself. Fuming. I'm starting to kind of think that this may not be one of my smartest ideas in the world, because it's absolutely pissing down. But you know what? I'm the person that makes excuses for myself time and time again. I'll not do that, and I have a reason and I make an excuse, and I simply just don't want to be that person anymore. Like, the rain's not an excuse. I live in England, it fucking rains. Go for a walk, lazy bitch. Anyway, going for a walk. Hi. The next question is, did you genuinely enjoy your wedding day? Your dress was stunning and suited you so much. Thank you. And you know what? Yes, I genuinely enjoyed my wedding day. There wasn't anything that I would change about it. That if I could go back and change something, there's nothing that I would go back and change. I planned the wedding day, so I had an idea of how I wanted it to run, and it ran perfectly for me. I didn't book a hall, a castle, or anything like that to have a wedding day like that. I booked exactly what me and Sean wanted after years and years of discussions about what type of wedding we wanted to have, and honestly, I just loved it so much. It was a room full of people we love. We had the most intimate ceremony, which was so lush, and then we had all our friends and family join for a big party after. We had little mini fish and chips and burgers, and it's raining a lot right now, so I'm just gonna pop the hood up. But yeah, like, I just feel like it was everything more I could have wanted it to be, and I genuinely just loved it. And I don't look back and regret anything about how it was planned or what we'd done or the day itself or the vendors I booked. Like, everyone just went above and beyond, and I'm so grateful. Next question is, when is the last time you truly felt at peace with yourself in your life? This is such a good question, because I feel like it's something that I've struggled with, to be honest, all my life. Who the hell hasn't? Like, I don't think anyone goes through a consistent phase of feeling like content and like everything's going well for them. And this is so cringe, and I'm honestly puking in my own mouth when I say this, but becoming a wife made me feel a whole other way of content, and something that I never ever thought I'd say, because nothing really changes. You've got a piece of fucking paper, but I don't know, like, just being married, it just made us feel some kind of way. All right, and I can't explain it. I'm not going to try to, because I'll sound stupid, but it just makes us feel content and at peace with life. Like, I'm married, I've got a house, I've got a husband, I've got 2 beautiful dogs, I've got this life in which, you know, 15-year-old Demi could only have envied and never dreamt would be her life. And I think, I mean, medication definitely helps these thoughts, guys, especially with someone with mental health issues like me. I'm not going to deny the fact I'm on medication, and it's definitely helped us become at peace with life, because I have a very depressive state of mind in general, and mental health is something I struggled with for a very long time. So getting put on medication was absolutely vital to me, and was such a huge part of the growth when it comes to my mental health. But I think the last few years in general, obviously I've had days and where like haven't been as at peace with life, and I've had breakdowns and things have happened, but I truly feel that I am in such a happy place at the minute, mental health wise and in life in general, and with the opportunities I get to travel, and the way that me and Sean are living life currently is something I never dreamed that I could ever do. And it just feels to me so right. That's all I can really say. So yeah, I hope that answers that question too, cringe, and I hope you haven't puked. But that's just the truth, to be honest. I have got the iced latte secured, which I'm really excited about. It's almond milk and it's got a shot of vanilla in it, and it's really nice. What do you think is the biggest lie social media tells us? My opinion on this is obviously going to be different to everybody else's. I feel like it's quite a personal one, like, but I just think, you know what I actually think it is? I think it is just it's not necessarily a lie, but the fact that social media is everybody's highlight reel, and if you're obviously doom scrolling or looking at that when you're not in the best of places. I feel like that is such a head fuck and can be really detrimental to somebody's like mental health and stuff. And I think I've definitely been in places and times in my life where I've been doom scrolling, as we all do, and comparing every aspect of my life to somebody else's, but struggling to comprehend the reality of that is not actually their reality. And it's really difficult to get your head around when you're trying to live your best life, but you're seeing everybody else's highlight reel and your life might not be aligning with that. And I think that is, for me, one of the biggest struggles, and it has been for I think as long as social media exists, it's going to be. I do like the fact that we have TikTok now, and I do think that shows more reality of people's life over the highlight reels that Instagram did so much. And I think that's why I'll always go back to YouTube as a platform for me, simply because it's long form, it's more day in the life, it's people's actual life. That's definitely how I feel about it, and that's how I portray on my YouTube. This is my actual life. Instagram is probably more of a highlight reel. Yeah, it's my holiday pictures, it's little things that I want to show Instagram. And I think TikTok, I do try and keep it a little bit more life, but for me it's hard to do life content when it's so short form. That's why I think YouTube is always going to be my favourite for the reality and the length and the amount of depth you can see from somebody's YouTube vlog as opposed to a highlight picture. Do you know what I mean? What's one moment in life that completely changed how you thought about yourself? And I feel like this is such a thought-provoking question, but I really don't know the answer to it. I think it's just been a collective of life experiences for me personally, and getting out there and meeting new people and just experiencing the world that bit more. That's really changed my vision on me as a person. And I think for a lot of years, I think when I first started social media, I was very caught up in the social media world and how people online perceived us and what like their opinion of us was. And I think I went through a really bad stage in my life where social media was my life, it was my world, it was my job, it was everything, and people's opinion on there mattered to us more than people's opinion in my life. And I became not like a person that I want to be. I don't want my life to be just social media. And although I'm so grateful for this job and I have the freedom of this job, that's not all there is to life, and I don't want that to be ever all there is to my life. And I think it was more of a collective of moments for me that really just made us step outside of the box. And I think traveling was such a huge part of my learning and learning of the world and who I am as a person and who I want to be and what I want to do with life. Traveling really, really helped implement them thoughts in my head. And yeah, I think it's a really hard question to answer, and I still don't have the answer to that question yet, which hopefully one day I'll be able to come back and maybe have more of a concrete answer. But as of now, I think it's just been more of a collective of moments and memories and things I've experienced rather than like one moment. But if you have an answer to this question, I'd be really, really interested to hear it. Let me know. But I think I'm going to go a little because I want some lunch, and they do like a sushi box that I really like, so I might go and grab that. Yeah, that was a really interesting one. And if you ask that, you're a very deep thinker like my brother. My brother asks people questions like that all the time, and I'm just a very like, how's your day going kind of gal. Said I went a little and I got a drink, this drink, vitamin water thing. I also said that I'm sitting on a tree, so basically a tree's fell down and this is the back of it, like the roots of it, and I'm sitting on the log thing. Because yeah, but this is, I've got 2 candy apples. Candy apples, that is what they're called, isn't it? Toffee apples, traditional toffee apple. One for me, one for Sean. Usually get them in Tesco because Tesco's are vegan, but I've looked at the ingredients here and there's nothing that I don't think I can have. Sushi. This is their big sushi selection, which I really like. I only don't like the spicy ones, so Sean usually eats them ones. And then I also got some mango, only cause, purely, by the way, this log is a bit wet, so commitment from me is a 10 out of 10, and there's people passing and I look like a freak, but do I care? Absolutely not. The only reason I got mango is because I don't cut mango in the house. I can never get it to cut right. What would be your dream career if you didn't do everything you do? I love how they said everything you do is to say like, what the fuck do you actually do? I don't know what I do. Like, let's just say dream career, but let's also say if like intelligence wasn't part of it. I think I'd really like to do something that, what would I like to do? By the way, this is some crispy onion that we are going to top because I really like the crispy onion. What would I do if I didn't do what I do? I'd like to do something in like with animals, definitely. I don't think I'd like to be a vet because you've then obviously got the putting animals down, which I don't think I could cope with. But I think something into like the research of animals to know more about them, or like, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I never was this person that knew what I wanted to do and was gonna grow up knowing what I wanted to do. So the fact that I fell into this was just like easy for me anyway. How do you deal with imposter syndrome, low self-esteem with? This is such a good question, and on the internet is something that I feel like I've struggled with so many times before. I honestly think for me, it's stepping away from social media and stepping away from the internet and realising that I think imposter syndrome, and a lot of the time when you're having low self-esteem and not feeling your best self, it's from things you're seeing online. Like, I think the biggest thing that I've had to teach myself over the last 3 years is social media isn't real. Online is not real. Whatever is happening online, social media, the dramas, everything that goes on, it's not real. Like, if you step out of that, get your head into a book, get into the real world, spend time with real friends and family, nothing on social media really fucking matters. And that is like the extent of what I've had to like train myself to realise, because I used to deep social media and everything on it so hard, and it's like it doesn't actually matter. It really doesn't matter. The thing is, as humans as well, we are not meant to consume the amount of information, news and media that we consume and that we have at our fingertips these days because of social media. And the thing is like, it has such a detrimental effect to our mental health, and we are not meant to consume this amount of things. And I think that has been such a huge learning curve for me, is to just step away from it all and just live in the real world. Like, although I do this as a job, I watch YouTube, very select people who I like to watch, and it just gives us cozy vibes, and I love that. And I try not to doom scroll. Don't get us wrong, like, there's times when I do, and there's times when I'm doing it more than other times, but I try and just step away from it all and like do something that makes me feel more fulfilled. And that is definitely not doom scrolling on social media. It does not bring me much fulfillment at all. Vlogs, in very particular, people who I've sussed out that I really like and who I don't compare myself to, and I don't have this like you know, me versus them mentality when I'm watching their content. I actually feel fulfilled or educated when I'm watching their content, or just cozy and calm. They're the people that I watch now. And yeah, a bird, and it sounds so cute. I'm a girl that likes to save the best to last, and these ones with the skin thing on them that I always refer to like a ball sack. It looks like a ball sack, but tell you, I've never tasted a ball sack. You know what I'm trying to say, like physically. We're not going to go there, this is YouTube, but it's so delicious. Any regrets on the boobies? If you don't know, I had a boob reduction in April of this year, and absolutely not. I'm sorry to all the girlies that really want one, and hearing it again and again and again, because I was that person, hear it again and again and again from people like, oh, like the positives of a boob reduction, but for me it only really did bring positives. So there's nothing that I could say that I regret about the surgery, and I'm really sorry if you're watching this and maybe thinking of reasons not to get it, but for me it was life-changing, and I'd always go back and do it again and again and again. I'm going to actually end the Q&A here. I feel like the video is long because we talked in depth about things and more serious topics, where I felt like I wanted to talk that little bit more. But if you would like us to do part 2 of this, definitely let us know, because the questions do not actually end here. There was quite a lot of them that I just haven't even got around to talking about, because I feel like this video would just be unnecessarily long. So I'm going to sit, enjoy my mango and enjoy the peace, and then walk back home, and I'm going to end this video here. But we'll do more. We can either do like sit down talk segments in the blogs, which I did do for a period of time, people seem to like, or I can continue to make videos like this where it is specifically around questions. Let me know. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you very shortly for another one. And if you haven't already today, eat your 5 a day. Who the fuck am I, a health coach? Absolutely not. But mango's delicious. I love mango.